Hello, welcome back to the channel. For those who have been around and those who just joined us, welcome. In this video, we are looking at how one can go about determining the equation of a parabolic or quadratic function if they are given the x-intercepts as well as one other point which happens to be on the graph as well. So we have the general equation, which is f of x equal to a into x minus x1 and to x minus x2, where x1 and x2 are the x-intercepts. So in this case, we are given two x-intercepts, and we also have another point which happens to be on the graph, and that very same point happens to be the y-intercept. But the main thing that you need to be aware of is the fact that you're given two x-intercepts as well as another point which happens to be on the graph. Then you can use this standard equation to determine the equation of the graph. So let's do the substitution. We are going to substitute the x-intercepts. The x-intercepts, the first one is this one, which happens to have the coordinates of -1 and 0. And the other one is this one, which happens to have the coordinates of 3 and 0. And then lastly, the other point that we're going to substitute, which is basically what I call the other point, which is on the graph, that is the y-intercept in this case. Its coordinates is 0 and -6. So I'm going to substitute all these 3 points on this equation, then I determine the equation of the graph. So I'll start with this one of -1 and 0, or basically I'll just substitute all of them. So let me write this thing in this way, just to avoid confusion. Okay, instead of f of x, I just put y. That's basically what I did, and now I'll do the substitution directly. Okay, the y for this y and this x, I will substitute the point which is happening to be on the graph, rather. I don't know if happening is really the English way to go about it, but you get what I mean. So yeah, I will substitute that point. That point is -6. That is the y value of that point, and then the a is unknown. The x value of that point is 0, and then the first x-intercept, that is for x1, that is -1. I'll put it in brackets, and then the x is still the same x, which is 0, and then x2, that is 3. And then now I'm just going to simplify and solve for a. Okay, and then now I can tell that a is equals to -6 divided by -3, that is +2. So now I can write the equation as f of x equal to 2 into x minus x1. x1 is -1, and then x minus x2, which is 3. And now I'm just going to simplify x plus 1 and x minus 3, and then I'm multiply out, it's x squared minus 3x plus x and minus 3. I'm just gonna continue to simplify. -3 plus 1 is -2x minus 3, like that. And then now we are left with 2x squared minus 4x minus 6. That is your equation of f of x. I'm sure you'll realize that it is actually the same equation as that of the previous question or the previous video. Yeah, basically they were meant to be the same. We are just given different information in this case, which is just the addition of that point. Okay, I hope you understand how to go about doing this. See you in the next video.